Hi everyone, today I have a drawing tutorial for you. This video is just going to be drawing. The painting portion will be in a separate video, and this is the scene that I'm going to draw. It's a street scene in Tokyo, and as you can see, it's at night. If you want to follow along, you can download the reference photo using the link that I have for you in the video description below. Let's analyze this photo first. I like this photo because of the color palette. So there's this purple violet color palette, and then there are a lot of yellow areas to complement the purple, and there is no significant distortion. So when I look at a photo, I will look at the vertical lines, whether or not they are tilted when those lines are near the edges. And you can see here those vertical lines near the edge of the photos, they are straight, which is great, because when we are drawing on location, when we look at a scene with our eyes, vertical lines should be vertical. But sometimes when we take photos with our cameras or with wide angle lenses, those lines will tilt inwards. And there is a lot of detail here in this center area, so that's where I'm going to start drawing. I'm going to draw here and then move to the left and to the right, and if I run out of space, it's okay because I've already captured what I want to capture, which is the detailed scene here. I'm going to go straight with ink. So the person carrying the umbrella is, I would say, 1 unit, and there is a signboard which is about 2 units high. So let's draw the person first. This is the umbrella, the head. So I'm going to draw slowly to make sure I can capture the shape correctly. So after that, I can draw the other people in the scene. For the other people, I'm going to draw with thinner lines. Now the person that is standing in front of this lady, the leg, the bottom of the feet should end here because of perspective. So I'm going to draw much faster now, just to get that sketchy, more sketchy look. The important thing here is to make sure to place those legs, the feet, place the feet right where they should be. If I'm sketching on location, these people will actually be quite difficult to draw because they are going to be moving. So we have a signboard here, another signboard here. So this signboard is tilting in this direction. This signboard, I have it tilting in this the other direction. Sometimes you can use your own artistic license to interpret the scene. If you draw both signboards tilting the same way, it can look quite boring. We have a sign here, this oval sign here. And as we move up, we have another sign here. So I'm drawing these signs to help me know where I am in the scene. So for example, now with this drawn, I can draw the other signboard here, the tall vertical signboard here, which will be here, and it will go down all the way below this oval signboard here. So by drawing this, I know how to position or where to position this. This is a 1-point perspective scene, and the vanishing point is quite low on the ground here. It's actually somewhere around here. So when we draw these diagonal lines, we should point to the vanishing point here. So for elements in the background, they are going to be drawn much smaller. For this scene, there is actually a lot going on. So I mean, with this kind of scene, sometimes when I'm drawing, I may actually lose concentration, forget where I am. So to draw accurately, you do need like total concentration. And sometimes it's very difficult for me to talk and teach at the same time. But sometimes it's also good to talk and teach at the same time, because when I'm talking, I'm not really focusing on my drawing. I'm not thinking about the scene that I'm drawing. I'm not thinking that I'm drawing this signboard. I'm not drawing the people. I'm just trying to copy the lines that I see. So that sometimes may actually help to make my sketch look more accurate. The thing is, when we are sketching, when we know that we are sketching a person, sometimes that may actually interfere with us actually sketching the person, because we may draw the subject from our memory rather than from what we see. So elements in the background should have thinner lines. If your pen can draw thinner lines, that would be great. Or just turn the fountain pen to the other side to draw thinner lines. I'm actually extending this signboard all the way up, even though the photo doesn't show that. So that's using your own artistic license to do that. Alright, so to draw the diagonal lines here, I need to know where the vanishing point is. It's somewhere around here. I don't need to know exactly where it is, I just need to know it's somewhere around there so that I can point those diagonal lines to the vanishing point. Sometimes it's good to draw fast because it will make your sketch look more confident. And if you draw slow, sometimes you can sense the hesitation with the lines, or sometimes the lines may appear too wobbly. Wobbly lines are actually alright, but rigid looking lines, they can look quite stiff, right? Okay, so let me just draw quicker. To draw quick, know where the line is going to start and where the line is going to end. So if you know where the line will start and where it will end, you just have to draw within those within the boundary. Notice my lines are tilting the other way. Doesn't matter. So sometimes when your line tilts, you can add some dynamism, make your scene actually look more dynamic. Sometimes you want the lines to tilt, sometimes you may not want the lines to tilt. That's how I'm saying. Okay, so we have some diagonal lines here. I think I'm starting to stray away from the details. Yep, definitely. There are 3 doors here. They are affected by perspective, so let me draw them as one shape with the diagonal lines pointing to the vanishing point here. Seems to be one street sign here. This is very compressed, so we have to draw it very small. And the bottom here will point to the vanishing point as well. So we have one door there, and this is the second door, the hinge, the door handle. One easy way to make sure you get the angles right is to draw the horizontal line first, and then draw the diagonal line. So this line is affected by the vanishing point. And then we can draw the lines in between like this. So this is a very quick and easy way to make sure that the angles that you draw are accurate. To paint a night scene, I guess it's probably going to be easier to use masking fluid. Oh, okay, this is actually a vending machine. Seems to be a brick wall here. So for the brick wall, we need to have the diagonal lines go to the vanishing point. So this is the completed sketch drawn with the help of the reference photo. And today's date is the 7th of April 2021. I'm going to keep this sketch like this. There is a lot of detail, but there is also a lot of details I have left out, because the primary purpose of me drawing this sketch is actually to do some color studies with it. More specifically, I'm going to paint this sketch using the pigment PR122, which is quinacridone magenta. And I'm going to draw this sketch again on this side of the page, exactly the same sketch, but paint that with quinacridone magenta as well, the other version, which is using the pigment PR202. So I do compare and see what's the difference between the two quinacridone magenta, PR122 versus PR202. Here's a close-up on the sketch. I can add some details that I have accidentally left out. Now, when you are at a stage where you don't know what else you can draw, that's probably the stage where you can stop drawing. Alright, I hope this video is helpful. If you guys want to learn more about drawing, do check out my YouTube playlist with all the free tutorials, or consider supporting me on Patreon to get access to even more in-depth drawing and watercolor painting, sketching tutorials. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye.